You silly. Let me do the share thing, and then I'll get it
Oh,
started.
look at you, Renita, looking sexy. Yeah,
Ah,
I like it.
thank you. I gave you peace. I didn't want to bother you.
Oh, I bothered myself.
Like, oh, she gonna do
Tons of fun is coming on right now. Tons of fun is coming on right now. Tons of fun is coming on right now. Tons of
Everybody,
fun
mic on.
is coming on right now. Right now, right now, right now, right now. It's coming on right now, right now, right now, right now, right now.
Yeah, I can hear y'all, but hold on. I can hear y'all. Welcome. Episode 10, Nostalgia. And Renita. Today's Kaz and Nandi are missing. Kaz has some personal stuff he had to deal with. He'll be back next week. Stop laughing, Quantis. Not funny. Shut up. I can't stand it.
I didn't say nothing.
Your face. You wrong. We got Yvonne back, Renita back. How was recovery for you, Yvonne? How you feeling?
My recovery was great. I had an opportunity to get some rest. It was hard though, because I like to use my brain now. So it was hard to shut it off and think of absolutely nothing and be mindless for a couple of days. It's very hard.
Maybe
But I made it.
a little rest never hurt it.
I know. And I feel great.
I see you you started your page thing for the what was it? Your nonprofit. I can't think of the name.
Oh, Generation to Generation.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes. So I jumped right back in. So Generation to Generation is moving forward. We're going to host some events coming up soon. And then the Art of Black Psychology is hosting their very first social event on May 20th after work from 5 to 8. Come by, network, meet some cool new folks, and see what we got planned for the community coming up.
Where?
That's if you're interested in coming, then I send you the address.
Oh.
Yes.
Covert stuff.
Right.
Yeah. It's a little covert.
It's gonna be great. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Hey, Papa.
Hey, Renita, welcome back. How was your trip?
It was nice, and I had a show. Remember?
Well, I was gonna let you talk about the show.
Thursday.
Right? Okay, that was 2 Thursdays ago.
Was it?
Yes,
Oh,
you
shit.
was out of town last time.
Well, no, it was last Thursday. I thought.
That was before you went out of town.
Yeah.
Another
wow.
Thursday has passed. Yeah.
Wow, I need to stop getting high.
Okay. How was the trip and how was the show? Tell us about it.
It was great. My show was great. It was nice. I really liked that crowd. Thank you so much for sending me that link. And my trip was awesome. I went to California and saw my best friend. I surprised her. And look, I got a dog. Yay.
Yeah, I never seen a dog before. It's a new dog.
Yeah, that's a new dog. Say hello.
You got it for free or you bought it?
My niece gave him to me because she got a boyfriend and then she figured she didn't want a dog.
You
Trade
know what?
one
you know
dog
what?
for another
I don't
dog.
understand about these this new generation. I got
Mhm.
my nephew has given away. I had to find new owners for like 3 dogs. He keeps getting fucking dogs and cats and shit. I'd be like, dude, can you
Yep.
commit? I've been stuck with the same fucking dog, this motherfucker right out there right now for 8 years, and I have to deal with it. I want to get rid of it, but I can't.
I had a dog that I had gotten from the shelter, and I gave him back. He was really big and really bad. When I brought him back to the shelter, the other dogs were like, "You get enough of going to them brown people. They bring you back."
Yeah, but I just don't understand. Like people don't got no commitment. Like my dog is I love my dog, but she gets on my nerves. But I just have to deal with it because I committed to it. But I ain't getting another one. I tell you that. Once this one gone,
Your
anyway.
dog is not nice.
Yeah, she's very vicious and mean. But
Yes,
Oh,
she
it's
is.
nice. I had no problem with that dog.
Oh, she's nice to him. She's nice to most people. That she's mean to people she don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, she's naturally defensive. But like no, I took the responsibility of dealing with it and raising it. I can't. It's just like having a kid. I can't just give them away. I have to deal with it.
I want to.
What's up with you, Dad? What's going on? Anything to promote?
I'm building a wall.
A wall? What?
A wall for Kaz.
you
Oh
so
yeah. No, he is, but that's different because Cass has got in-laws coming from Ukraine.
The refugees coming.
They are. That's technically their countries at war. It's true. It's not even offensive. That's what you call people that are leaving the country at war.
Oh, they stand with him?
Partially, sometimes, and then sometimes with.
So we have to build a wall to keep them in.
With no door.
It's silly, but nothing with the show. Sports show.
Oh, it's coming on Monday. The sports show.
Okay, because I think all my picks for the me and Quantis talk off air a lot about sports and stuff, but I think all my picks are gonna come true this time since Dallas was looking good last night. But it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but let's get into the icebreaker. We'll start with you, Renita, because you're my favorite person to start with.
Why? Dang. And I
Give me like one of your favorite memories from your childhood. The good ones, nothing bad, just the good stuff.
You gotta specify too.
Is it still good to you?
Damn, a favorite memory from my childhood will probably be, damn, it definitely wasn't report card day.
Them didn't work well for me either.
Bad, man. You don't got no good memories.
That's fucked up. It is. I probably
Yes.
did with my friends, and we all grew up together. Just to see us go different ways was just really weird. But hanging out with my friends when 47th Street wasn't all that bad. When El Rookins were
You didn't
a
know
family
47th Street?
gang, and they watched out for the neighborhood and they didn't hurt women and children. So it was growing up on 47th Street was the best. Yeah.
You old enough. You so old that they was called El Rookin still.
Yeah. Yes. And I went to the fort and I had fun. We played and they gave us all turkeys and all that good stuff. They were really nice. I really enjoyed growing up during that time. I did. It was nothing like this. I could go outside and I get shot. It was beautiful.
So
it was beautiful.
You think street organizations have evolved or devolved into something different?
To totally something different. You can't go into another neighborhood like that. We had made friends everywhere walking. Hyde Park was right there. It was nice.
Oh, wow.
My childhood, yeah, that was the fun part.
You grew up in Bronzeville?
No, I grew up, but you know what? Yes, that's what it's called now, 47th and Ellis.
Yeah.
I went to St. Ambrose School right across the street from my house.
That's Kenwood, Bronzeville borderline. So it's kind of both.
Yeah. I remember that neighborhood.
Shit, that's where the Creative Mansion was. It's right up the street. That's my dad's sister, one of his older sisters had a daycare that we went to as children over there.
School. They had like 200 kids in that bad
School,
boy.
yeah, but it's like a under 5 school, so preschool. Let's call it that, preschool.
Okay, see, it was
So,
nice.
Hyde Park Academy Creative Mansion, so that's what it's called. Shout out to them. Shout out to them.
Right
Shout
down
out.
the street from Farrakhan House.
Oh wow! And that we could go past there, and they were really nice to us. Yeah.
I've been in that house. That was.
Do they connect for real?
Mm-mm.
They don't connect.
Mm-mm.
So you hear all the stories. We never been in
No,
there, but
no. Farrakhan House got a. I hope the nation don't get at me on this, but they got a bunker in the bottom of the house.
Yeah, that's what they said. Most of. That's why I
Yeah,
asked if they
they do.
connect.
He
They
only
do have
know
bunkers,
because he put carpet in there.
In his bedroom.
Mhm.
Oh.
The house cold, man.
It looks nice.
And don't believe that they knew I was a Christian. Only
Maybe
you just
yeah.
got to be black. So the Nation of Islam consider me black.
And remember, Muhammad Ali used to pull up in a big old tour bus and give us all silver dollars.
Damn,
That was fun.
silver dollars.
Oh, Gil's beer. You remember that? Gil's beer. They made their own beer, and you bring the bottle back right there on 47th Street. Growing up on 47th Street was all that.
Okay, same question, Yvonne. One of your fondest childhood memories?
We're just sitting here trying to think of something.
Y'all bad, man.
So, I mean, I grew up in the projects, the Washington Park homes on 44th and Cottage Grove. So some of my happy childhood memories was just playing on the 16th floor. It was the penthouse, and we had an El Rookin family that lived on our floor. Everybody was family. It was a community. I didn't even know I was poor. So I'm like, everybody around me was in the same predicament. So it was fun times. One of my fondest memories is playing in boxes in an incinerator. And I ended up busting my head.
What a good memory is it?
I mean, it was.
But yeah, nobody got
like, I had so much fun. You didn't even think about the blood that was running down my head.
That's the fun time. Yvonne, your mama didn't even sue nobody.
Nope.
Oh yeah, and
It
everything
was
get
all my
lawsuit now,
fault.
man. You don't even want to let nobody else kids play in your house. Like, you trying to sue me?
Right.
And in the boxes.
Playing in boxes and playing on crates too. They got the crate challenge. I used to walk a crate. You get on top of a crate and walk it. It was a contest. So that was some fun. That was some fun childhood memories and lots of bruises and bang ups. But we got back up and we kept doing it.
Right.
Yeah,
we kept doing it. So that was a good time. Huh?
We did a lot of dangerous stuff as children too. Me and my siblings, which is weird because I watched my dad with my youngest brother, and he doesn't allow him to be as dangerous as we were. He just let us just run free and do whatever. He didn't care. But so it's just really interesting,
man. You gotta have a leash on them in the store.
It's probably very different.
You know how many times my mom lost me? Like it'll be 2 hours looking for me, man. Like I got lost at the Shed Aquarium. She lost my my nephew at the auto show. She lost my other nephew. She lose kids because my mama don't care. She just be like, whatever. You better figure that shit out.
Man, your mama lose herself, man. She get lost going around the corner in the car.
That's what I'm saying. She ain't got time to keep on no kids. She forced
For
kids
real.
to develop. Be like, you ain't got no damn choice. You better grow the fuck up. Ain't no dependency gonna be happening.
I remember I was my oldest son was in the store and I would give my children a speech before we go in the store.
Oh shit, I forgot. Happy Mother's Day.
Don't ask for nothing, don't touch nothing. That was the motto. And he used to always go off and look at the video games.
Oh my God. As soon as I go in the store, I don't even care what my mama say. I just go find the toy section.
Right.
Y'all be window
I
shopping.
wasn't for real lost. I heard them saying my name on the intercom, but I didn't want to stop playing with these toys because I don't got them at home. Shit, you better come over there and get me.
That's what it was.
I'm not hard to find. You know
That's what it
exactly where
was.
I'm at. As an adult, you might find me in a bar, but like,
Yeah.
that's my
In
new
the toy
toy. But like, as a child, I was in the toy section. I had no damn PlayStation. I went over there and played with. They got the display ones. I'm playing.
Yes.
I'm trying to get as many goals as I can on this before it's time to go. I ain't trying to hear that shit. I hear them calling me on the thing. I wasn't listening. Same question.
So now make me think that maybe my son heard his name being called
You
too.
ain't trying to hear that shit though. You ain't got shit at home. You finna get back home and you better sit your ass still before you get slapped. So you ain't trying to go through that. You just like, whatever. She gonna have to come get me.
Fun times.
Then you get that tremble in your body when you hear that voice, Malachi. Like, oh shit, they right behind me now. It's like, fuck, I'm caught. That's how it should be. And like, can you buy this? They ain't buying shit. Get your ass out of here. These new parents, they got credit cards and they go into super debt. My parents didn't do that. You better get the fuck out the store. You better imagine that shit.
Nostalgia, right?
I know, right? No, but like you said, it was love and shit. We was poor. Like, it's just poor. It's okay.
It's poor.
It was okay.
That's
but
what happened.
We had each other. Same question, Dad. Fondest
I
childhood
got a
memory.
lot of childhood memory.
Good.
Bunch of
Pick one.
them. Best one for this show would be I used to love taking the bottles back.
Mm.
Yeah. They called me the bottle boy. I used to take bottles back, man. I was always hustling when I was young. Cause you get like a nickel or 10 cents for some of them bottles.
Mm-hmm.
And I was taking the bottles back. I was taking everybody's bottles back, man. Grocery store got tired of me. Shoot. Because my dad was very frugal. And
That's the wrong word. That nigga was cheap as shit. Grandpa was so cheap, it's ridiculous.
You are too funny.
yeah, well, I liked having my own money. I didn't like asking for money. So that's why I remember that. Taking the bottles back and then going to the candy store, buying my own candy and stuff.
I don't know why they got rid of that program. Like, they need to reinstitute that shit. It needs to be a federal program. That'll stop half of the damn littering.
Yeah, you don't have the bottles laying around in trash because you take them damn bottles back, man.
Get some money.
Yeah, because the candy back then was like 2 for a penny. 2 for a penny, and then the potato chips was like a nickel.
Damn.
And then
I grew up, it was 25 cents.
2 cent worth of hot sauce. We didn't have what y'all got now. Y'all got nacho, ground beef.
I don't eat that stuff. I ate enough of that as a kid.
Wow. My favorite was that icy cup.
Y'all
with
didn't
all
do that.
I was just thinking that
Y'all
ice
went to the
cups.
store,
That was it.
Icy cup, then you
They got
flip it
that all the
over,
time.
Flipped it over.
flip
No,
it
I'm
over.
saying I don't eat it anymore. Yeah, I did. You're right. I ate the chips with cheese.
And snow cone. I still have not.
We used to even get cheese on the corn nut things too. Like all that, we got cheese on everything.
Yeah, y'all got cheese on everything.
Mhm.
But I don't remember. The biggest memory I have is from the candy store on the snow cone machine that was real snow cone ice.
They didn't have that.
It's not this
No.
stuff y'all got now. I don't know what this stuff is y'all
It
got.
was real ice, like out
It
the
was real, and
refrigerator.
it soaked up the
The snowball, the juice.
syrup. It
The
soaks
syrup.
it up. It don't just
Yeah.
be on top. It be soaked in.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that nowhere since. The closest thing is in Philadelphia with that water ice. But other than that, I have not seen it.
Nah,
But
but
yeah, that's my memory.
No. The food has. It's weird because right before I came on the show, I was scrolling through something on Facebook, and then they had White Castles is running this thing called 1939 sliders, and they like a way thicker burger.
Really?
They got
Really?
I was just it's just right before I came on here, and I was just scrolling, and I was like, "What the hell is this?"
How much
Is it
were
the
they?
same
5
price?
cents?
Huh?
How much
No.
were they?
No. They running a promotion. They're selling the same can that they used to sell. No, it costs like $2 or something. I don't know.
When did they get so high?
Why we can't
No,
get that
no,
for
not the regular
19.99
That
size.
price?
little ass burger ain't got no business being $1.
Not them thin ass
That
joints.
little burger.
The little ones is like $1 something. If you add,
They should even be $1.
first off, you can't eat that shit if you don't add cheese to it. Nobody want that shit without cheese. So they might well get rid of that other damn price with the burger without cheese. You gotta eat the White Castle with cheese.
Well, some people don't. Some people don't eat it with cheese.
Yeah, I ate mine without cheese.
I ain't mad without cheese too. It's gonna slide. Just let it slide. I don't need the cheese in there fighting the slide.
Do y'all put ketchup on
Let
it
it slide.
and mustard?
No,
Yeah.
I don't do ketchup and mustard on
I
it.
do mustard.
Ah,
I do mustard and pickle. No onion.
I do, man. I'd like the cheese sliders with.
wait a minute. You do a no onion White Castle burger?
That's the piece.
It's
It's
already
cooked
cooked
in
on the
onion.
grill with onion. It's
Cooked
gonna
in
be a
onion.
little onion still on it because they never
I
get
need the
onion
onion. I
right.
need what it come with, the onions, the pickles, and then I need the cheese added because I don't want this shit without cheese. I
got to eat the cheese with it.
But the commercial, the advertisement, I don't. Do you call them commercials on Facebook? I don't know. But like, it was like 3 times thicker, maybe 4 times thicker, and it's like.
Now that we mentioned it, it's gonna be on all our Facebook pages now.
Right.
Now that
you're talking about it.
Right, we'll see.
No, it was just interesting that I was doing a thing on nostalgia, and it was like the 1929 slide. I was like, that was just.
We need the 1929 price.
I'll be buying the frozen ones.
nickel.
The frozen ones.
Yeah,
Those are nasty.
the frozen ones are EBT eligible.
That is true, but like frozen, when it comes to frozen food,
They good. They good. I'm telling you.
I done had them. I don't like them. I like them at the store better, but I can't eat the Stouffer's if I eat frozen stuff. That's the only thing I can eat frozen brand. It's half.
You can't eat frozen pizza from
Home Run In.
Home Run In. That pizza good.
Oh, that piece of fat.
That's one of the best
I'd
frozen
rather get it
pizzas
out.
out there.
They are one of the better ones, but most of the brands I'd rather get them out the store. Like they don't.
I'm talking about what's the best frozen pizza.
I don't know. I really don't eat it. You know what? If I'm gonna
It's
get
Home
frozen,
Run In, man.
Home Run In.
I ain't gonna need a
It
lot.
is.
You know, if I get frozen pieces, I'm gonna get that cheap one and I'm gonna season it and add meat to it. I just get the cheese.
Oh, that's
ones.
too much.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
you
what
have
I
to
do.
fix the pizza. You got to doctor it up.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't like. It's something about the frozen meat on it. I don't like the sausage. It's nasty to me. So I like to add my own meat.
You need to try Home Run In.
You need to try Home Run because it's not that crumbly stuff. It's the real tight sauce.
I've tried all of the frozen ones, but like, and I don't know what people think DiGiorno is. That shit's disgusting to me. But
That's
like,
bread.
I like the bread. I like this roll-up bread. I do.
But no, like no, I like to I season it with some Italian seasoning, a little garlic powder, and maybe a red pepper, and then I'll whatever meat, I'll cook the meat and then I put it on there. That's how I do it. It's just on the cheese one. That's how I do it. It tastes way better that way. But I like my meat to be more like meat. I don't know what that shit is when they freeze
Meat
it.
like meat.
That frozen stuff ain't meat. I don't know what they doing. It ain't the same stuff in the restaurant. I don't know what that stuff is. I do not like sausage from frozen pieces. It just ain't my thing.
I'm with Renita. You got to try Home Run In.
I have. I don't like it. Sometimes I can eat frozen pepperoni, but frozen sausage is disgusting to me. It's just not good. It's just not good at all.
I love it. So, you, Mally.
What? Well, my favorite childhood memory?
Not remember childhood. I mean, just memory, right?
Oh no. Okay. No. When I finally got my own bedroom. You gotta realize we grew up like sharing every fucking thing. That shit felt so good. I used to be so jealous of only children. Like
I don't know why. Shit, anything I broke it. If it wasn't broke, yeah. I had nobody to blame nothing on. I had to take that solid. I got my ass kicked all the time.
But when you grow up with so many of them, it's like the stress too. And I'm the first boy with the 3 older sisters, so this shit was weird, man. I had too much duties. Like it was irritating. Like you didn't have like when I finally got my own room, like I finally got like
With a
place
door?
to just go close. Yeah, to go close the fucking door, turn my music up, and just say, "Leave me the fuck alone, all of y'all." Like,
Yeah, I could imagine having BG as your roommate. That had to be horrible, man.
yeah, that was my roommate most of my life, man. So it was terrible. Like
Ooh.
that was my roommate. So, but that's my brother, and I love him. But like, I just don't like living in the same room as him.
That's
valid.
horrible, man. That's a funky town.
we had just very different different
Bedroom values.
yeah, thank you. That's the perfect way to describe it. Bedroom values, like, you know. And then I tried that shit where you divide the room in half, you know, my bed on this side. It doesn't work that way. All his mess just kept overwhelming and coming to my side. So it's like,
I seen that with your cousins, Kaz and his brother.
Yeah, it was the same thing with them. The older brother's always the clean one for some reason, right?
He was clean, Kaz nasty.
Oh, Kaz
Yep.
is not.
All
Kaz
kind
is
of
not nasty.
We're not
body
gonna talk
fluids
about it
all over
because
the
it's
room.
not
Oh,
president,
nah,
but
man.
Body
yeah.
fluid.
Disgusting.
We're not gonna talk about nobody when they president, or not
Say
president.
body fluids
But
all
yeah,
over the
but
room.
I will say the older brothers, it was just, it felt so good, like that was like one of the best feelings ever. Is like that, and you know, getting your own bank account, little shit like that is what I like. Shit that make me more responsible and independent.
Yeah. When did you get your own bank account?
Okay, interesting fun fact. My mom started savings accounts for us when you remember the little the bank off 79th
At the Independence Bank. I remember.
Well, I think it was Sure Bank at the time. That became Sure Bank.
They
So she had started all us bank accounts, and then, like, you know me, I always been like a hustler since a kid, so I was just like coming to her with like $20 a day this day, then I go find another $50. I'd be out doing whatever the fuck, because I just, you know, find ways to make money. And then she took all the money out of our savings account to buy the new house. So I was like, where's my money at? She's like, I used it to get the house. I was like, well, it's a trade-off for that first room, so I'll take it.
Oh, so you was like what they call them people? An investor? You supposed to get a return on that.
Silent partner.
My return was to get my own fucking bedroom, man. We used to live, man, no, on the 103rd. When we used to live on the 103rd, like, you know, that shit was just like an open area that we all shared. That shit was,
Yeah, but it was like a loft. It was a loft.
that shit sucked. You don't understand. Like, older sisters is not like, women and men are different. I don't care what nobody say. You can, you know, take my remarks as sexist if you want, but like, we just not.
Well,
the
y'all
same.
had a family room. Y'all had a family
and
room.
we need our space. And then kids is different tiers of age. So, you know, my older sister's 8 years older than me. Then the one after that is 4 years older than me. Then 2 years older than me. My brother's
that's
2
not
years
true.
younger
Y'all
than me.
forgot. Y'all didn't want to stay in the basement. It was 2 bedrooms in the basement.
I stayed in that basement once. And then like, I don't know if it was like a mouse or something knocked down that fucking drop ceiling on top of me. And then all that fiberglass had touched me, and then I was itching for like a fucking week. That's when fiberglass had like real glass in there.
Yeah, because it was bunk beds in the
And I
basement.
fought over the top bunk, and that's when that shit happened to me. I was like, I'll never fight over the top bunk again. And then another time when that happened to me, I fought over the front seat, and then somebody threw something over the fucking viaduct, and the shit came through the window and hit me, man. Every time I fight, I was like, I ain't fighting for shit no more.
Yeah, that was yeah. Y'all had the whole basement. The boys had the basement, the girls had the upstairs, and y'all had a den.
Shit got mold and shit, fucking our lungs up, fiberglass shit. It was not upgraded well, I would tell you that. And the boys were younger, and we had more developing lungs. We probably should have been the ones upstairs if you're gonna put somebody in the basement, but they went off of the old sexist thing as opposed to age. But let's keep it moving. You're getting into it, you're making me dig into my memories, which is fine. I respect everything I went through to get to where I am. But
I'm trying to set my camera just right so I don't just boob y'all.
we could start with Yvonne. Have you ever revisited something that you remember? It could be like a movie, TV show, song, and it wasn't the same. You don't have to be a relationship, you know. You ain't gonna get that old thing back and it wasn't what you thought it was. Like, have you ever revisited something and was like, this ain't what I remembered it as. Like,
Yes, my life.
elaborate.
So, so this new me is very different from the old me, completely. So whenever I visit or get one of those nostalgic memories from the old Yvonne, I just be like, man, girl, you dodged a lot of bullets. You made it. Like, for real.
Be a little
It's-
bit more clear. Give us one specific memory.
So, one specific memory. Dang. I'm trying to, like, it's all a blur now because I'm happy. So
You don't went through therapy and tried to blank that shit out.
I got it all out. I promise you I did. I promise you. Like, nothing, it especially if you like, it doesn't have to be a relationship, but okay, I'll talk about 5 minutes ago. So I met this guy, and I really liked him and everything. And the old me would never have tolerated any of that. Like, I'm very conservative sometimes.
Mhm.
And so when I decide to be free and open up and somebody gets the opportunity to see something like that, it just reminds me of the old me and what I shouldn't and should do.
Mhm.
And I choose to operate a little differently now in getting to know people. And I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I'm very trusting when I meet folks. And that's different because before I didn't trust nobody. I prided myself on not
I
trusting folks.
still don't trust nobody.
But for me, I like to say I trust people when I first meet them. So, they have an opportunity to keep it
Mhm.
or lose it, based on how they interact with me, because I don't like liars. So, and people lie about the simplest things. And I don't understand why, because I like honest folks, but people lie about the stupidest stuff. Like, I'm interested in you and you're not. Like, don't lie. It's okay to say you just want to have sex.
Please.
They're
Yes.
going off game theory. So they like, if I say I just want to have sex, she's gonna say no. But if I say this, she's gonna say yes. So they're gonna play the fucking game.
Right. So they have conversations in their head. I wanted them to get it out because I like having those type of discussions. It's nice and refreshing to have somebody be honest with you. And
Please.
so far, I've just gotten a whole bunch of liars. So
Wow.
Me too. Let's be honest.
All right, Dad, we could go with you next, Dad. Have you ever revisited any kind of thing that you thought was like up here, but when you revisit it, it's down here? Maybe it's due to your growth. Who knows? But
I remember, before I got saved, I used to smoke a lot of weed.
Mhm.
And then I had stopped smoking weed, and then I started cocaine. So then I went through this long no drugs.
Mhm.
So the family reunion came up about 3 years ago, and we went to California. Well,
it's actually about you just got the COVID time problem. It's actually probably like 4 to 5
maybe
years ago.
it was 4 years. Well, whenever it was that's a recent memory.
Mhm.
And so they had these gummy bears, all this marijuana products. I said, man, I'm on vacation. Let me try this stuff. I was like, hell no. I don't even know why I like this stuff. First of all, I was having all kind of trances and dreams, and because I took those 2 gummy bears and liquid, and I said, I don't ever want to get high again, ever. I don't know why. I even tried this, but what was I thinking those years ago? So no, it's a big disappointment.
Yeah.
It's a big disappointment. I don't like that feeling. I don't like the feeling of not being in
Control.
control.
Mhm.
Feel
Yeah.
that.
I don't like that.
Same question, fat girl.
I'm always eating. When I readdressed, I went back to a guy. It was the first guy I ever had sex. I was 15 years old. I married him. After all of that in between time, he was still fucking 15.
Wow.
Fuck. Wow.
He
He
did
was
not
stuck.
grow. He did not grow sexually at all, huh?
Sexually, he was doing it. That's what blurred it. Make you a little slow. But financially, he was still 15. Maturity, he was still 15. He wanted to blow $700 on some speakers because he believed he was a DJ. Man,
Oh, he's still
Ain't
trying to
supporting
find himself.
You ain't support him, and maybe
no,
maybe
I would rather have bought him a PlayStation. At least I can compete with him on the PlayStation. This Negro wanted some speakers all to himself. You know, that's some goofy shit.
Nah,
Well,
yeah.
I married people like that.
Yeah, I done went through shit like everybody. I think everybody has had something that clouded your judgment at a time, and like you just don't realize it. Like you just be like, you think this shit is the shit, and it's just.
And it ain't shit but sex.
yeah, sex clouded my judgment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like, no, I done went back and even had sex with people, and the sex wasn't the same no more. It's like I don't even like sex this way no more. Like, it's like,
You're like, whoa, you know, you can't live your
you
life.
don't know what you was doing. You was in my early count, so you know what the fuck you doing.
I readdressed a guy that I saw, and he say some disrespectful stuff, but I blew it off because I enjoyed the sex.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he say some real gaslighting constantly, and I kept dealing with it because I liked having sex with him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's crazy. He would gaslight all the time. He told me, I know your last boyfriend wasn't hitting it like this because he was on all that medication. Talking about Jermaine. There I go.
Wow.
Why would you even bring that up? Like that was
Yeah.
gonna make me cry or something. I said, well, you put anything in your mouth long enough, it'll get hard.
Wow.
You can't gaslight me. That's what I do for a living. And then I had to challenge her. I said, I bet his dick harder than yours now.
Yeah,
more.
it's just real. It's interesting to even foods. Like I done ate shit like this shit nasty now. Like this shit doesn't even taste good. Why did I like this?
Mm-hmm.
And then it might have just been the experience, you know, like I was at this point in my life, and then I'm just like, but like that's why I told you I don't eat none of that chips with cheese and none of that stuff no more.
Like food was a big one for me. Food was a big one for me.
McDonald's has changed, Renita.
McDonald's used to be so good. A Big Mac.
Yeah, I don't even like the Big Mac no more. I don't like the Whopper no more.
I like eating out.
All that shit dry to me now. I'm like, how do I eat this shit?
How do we eat this for so long?
Yeah, I used to think that shit was the shit. I'm like, this shit.
Crying for it. We was crying for it.
Man, McDonald's cookies, the little chocolate chip cookies. That was a favorite. I used to, man, when my daddy used to show up, you know, and take us out, you know, going to McDonald's and getting a Happy Meal was the highlight. You know, and
I think it was just more the high of being with your father versus the actual food was total shit.
No, it was a food too. I like my Happy Meal and the little toy I used to get. No.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's good right now.
Happy Meal, shoot. Get y'all niggas some dollar burgers and go to the dollar store and get a toy. Ain't nobody paying that money for the Happy Meal.
Not now, but back then, I mean, stuff isn't expensive as it is now. I would never buy a Happy Meal.
Yeah, Happy Meal's what, $7?
Yeah, just about.
I never bought a kid a Happy Meal. So
$7?
I don't know. I don't buy Happy Meals. How much are they?
He about that
They
much
could-
money.
That's what it's about close to it, once they get done adding the taxes to it.
I've never bought a Happy Meal. I don't have children.
You got don't you got nieces and nephews?
Yeah, you know how I deal with them when they were younger, and all my
Ignore
nieces
them.
and nephews is finna be adults. I got 3 17-year-olds left. So yeah, they all finna be adults. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
But no, the way I used to deal with them in the store was I would give them each $5 and just be like, go to the grocery store and be like, y'all get what y'all want, and that's how they manage. I teaching them how to manage money. Like, yeah, you can tell which kid gonna be fucked up in life with money too. Like, that kid just goes, I want this, and be trying to borrow money from the other kid, and then the other kid sending this one a loan at an interest rate and shit. I'm like, this is the financer.
Nice,
So,
nice.
yeah, it was just really interesting to watch that, and I didn't interfere, because it's a free market. Figure it out.
Right, it's a circle.
Yeah, don't put shit in my cart. I just separated $35 between y'all. Stay the fuck away from me. So it's like, let me go do what I gotta do. I'm still gonna cook get their basic needs and stuff if I'm watching them for a week. I was so bad. Like my second oldest sister, second son, like she had went out. I think she was either in France or Taiwan for like a couple weeks, and I was supposed to be keeping him for like a couple weeks, and then like I was forgetting to pick him up at daycare and shit. I was like, this kid, the daycare giving me a call and shit. Yeah, it was weird. Like, aren't you supposed to be the one picking up? I was like, shit. Yeah,
I'll let you know
You
you weren't ready
ignored the
for
phone
children.
number because you ain't know it.
No, I answered. This is before they can call you about the auto thing, the auto warranty. This is before these scams started. This is back. That's
funny. You left a baby.
They called me. I came and got them. And it was just one time, but I forgot. I was out. I had got caught up into something else. I'm sure regular parents do that. I was just a fill-in for a couple weeks. You ain't never forget your baby?
No, unfortunately, no.
No.
I'm too afraid they're gonna call the police.
They just,
Right.
I'm pretty sure. Dad, you ain't never left your kids at daycare on accident?
Because it costs more money to leave their ass.
I
It's
ain't
like
pay
a
shit.
Came
$10
late,
a minute.
just late, being late.
I forgot they called me. I was like an hour late. They didn't charge me nothing.
But y'all, no, see, you gotta remember the daycare for y'all was owned by my sisters.
Yeah, it was
So
the same.
sometimes we'd be like,
this was the same daycare. I was like an hour or two late.
no, sometimes we'd be like,
2 days late, great.
Yeah.
we'll just say, take the kids to your house. I'll meet you at the house or whatever. But no, we didn't have that problem.
But by this time, there was other people. Somebody else was calling me Miss. I can't remember what her name was, but that's who Jay teacher was. But like that's who called me, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot. I'm sorry.
Oh, when them other people, Mr.
Jay was in daycare, and his mom was in Paris or Europe for a couple weeks, and I was watching them all the time. But I had to wake up, get them ready, take them in, feed them, and
They be wanting food and stupid stuff like that.
No, it was actually easy going. I just don't want to do that as a regular routine. I don't want kids.
Didn't you eat yesterday?
The recording stopped.
I don't know why my recording stopped.
It said recording stopped.
Don't worry about it. It's still live. My it's something with my computer. It's acting weird. But don't worry about that. It's still live. Okay, let's keep it moving. Since you stop it, and Renita just chomping down. Okay, are there any old laws that you would reinstate that? Like something that laws that changed or something that you would change and put back?
Any laws?
Yeah. It could be an old law. Some new law you don't like. Recently they just overturned Roe versus. They haven't done it yet.
They haven't done it yet. But
it'll be overturned in June.
Yeah.
That part.
Well, I'm I'm pro-life, so I'm happy. But yeah.
But what about if it's a rape?
That's always the follow-up. That's always the follow-up question. And of course, that's a no-brainer.
So
That's
that
a
means
no-brainer.
you'll do it for a 13-year-old.
That's a no-brainer.
Okay, how about this one? All those kids that are in DCFS custody now that are getting molested, beat up, and killed at an alarming rate. Every 6 hours, one of them little kids getting fucked up. Wouldn't it have been better to just, if you didn't want the child, to abort it?
It'd have been better to you know, first of all, this is a whole nother show. But I blame the men. I blame the men because it's
Protect
easy
your
for a
peace.
man to have contraceptives. It's really easy. And women got to stop letting men go raw anytime they want to. For his feeling, nigga, please. You about
know
to
what?
jeopardize the condition of your body for some nigga feeling. Wrap that thing up or
Grant, you
or
killing it.
something or
You
snip
killing it
yourself
because we
or
don't
do
teach our little
something.
boys that. We teach the little girls, don't get pregnant. We don't teach the little boys, protect your seed. You're right. You nailed that. I never thought of it.
That's a shame because they just dropping anywhere.
Mhm.
You know that it's a possibility that when you have sex, that something is going to be procreated out of that situation. It needs to be taught that this is serious.
Mhm.
First of all, kids ain't responsible to do their homework. Why would they be responsible to have sex? So it needs to be taught the veracity of what happens with sexual relationships. It's not casual. It's something that's serious. I'm adamant about it because it's not taught in the schools.
It's not.
You could be taught, you could teach the reproductive system. There is only a 48-hour window for women to get pregnant. Damn it, can't you not have sex those 48 hours out the damn month?
That's the time she want to have sex the most. Her body craving it.
Yeah, but when you teach people that when your body temperature gets like that, what's happening? You are ovulating. Okay, that egg is getting ready to.
That's the time
That's
the
stupid.
vagina feels the best.
So you're gonna have sex at that. Really, seriously, it can be avoided. It's not that serious. It's just feelings. So you want to waste a life or spend a whole life or mess somebody's lifetime
You got real strong control over yourself, so you can't just assume that everybody else got that much mental control.
Everybody, look, I had
It's to be
hormones
taught.
at 12, at 13. I didn't have sex till I was 19.
Oh, wow.
19. Voluntary sex, because I was molested by a man. But 19. So I don't want to hear that. That stuff don't get awakened until later on in life, but you need to be cultured and educated about what's going on.
No, I agree with you 100% on the education part, but
that's like to me, it's like an excuse to be irresponsible.
And I'm so sick of the women blaming the men. Well, it take two. You gonna let this dude have all that control over your body? Control, protect your body. This is yours.
I don't like the way it feels. Nigga, did you still nut?
He don't like the way it
Did you
feels.
still get the end? You can put the condom on and still get the end result. Matter of fact, it might be better to prolong that situation for the woman. It might be better sex for the woman. Half these niggas is nutting with the quickness anyway.
I
So
don't know.
I put the onus on these young men.
I personally
that
prefer
not being taught properly.
They don't.
Seriously.
They never teach them, Grant. They never teach the men to protect your seed. You fuck around and have the wrong baby mama, your life will be shit.
That's my rule. Don't fuck a woman you can't see
Plus,
yourself having kids with.
Plus, you can't. Most people that are under the poverty level can't afford an abortion anyway. You're not getting financed by the government.
Oh, they $50 at county. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
I'm just saying it's ridiculous that you're using that. It's not. It was never meant to be a means of birth control. That's the problem. It shouldn't even be getting to that point. It should be something rare. It should never get to that point.
Well, let me state a couple facts.
And I don't even want to talk about the systemic racism that's tied to it.
let
I don't
me
even want to talk about the genocidal tendencies that it has to the black community. I don't even want to talk about that. Y'all can make another show for this because I don't want to take a lot of
yeah.
family.
You're right. We'll make another show, but let me state a couple facts. Only 2% of abortions happen after that first trimester, so most of them is late. Most of them is early anyway. So it's not what people think.
And it's dangerous. It's dangerous to a woman's body.
Most abortions
If she has
come from
desires
the
to
pill
having
abortion.
children, if she has multiple abortions, she is lessening the chance of her going full term with a baby. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Okay, no, I was just stating a couple facts. Yeah, only 2% of them happen after that first trimester, and most of them are done by the pill abortion.
And I believe that black people need to learn about breastfeeding, nursing, because by not doing that, you heighten the chances of breast cancer. It's a lot of truths that we need to know as a community. Natural stuff. I believe in natural stuff. Okay, there's a natural way to fix all of this stuff. Period. But what happens is people are putting a stigma on having children. They're putting a stigma on that. They're only doing that to black folks.
It's not necessarily
White people are not having kids like they want.
No,
so they're gonna try to decrease everybody else's population.
I don't think it's just a stigma having kids. It's just like it's not a real unless you got a real dope family, it's not a real good support system for having kids in our society. We gotta change some laws. Like that's why I said, is it an old law we could reinstate to fix that? But like I don't know. I'm not certain. I'm going off nostalgia because. And
I tell you
we
what,
used to have more kids.
I tell you what, Malachi, I would put a new law in, and that would be that when a baby is born, the father had to automatically have a DNA test. It shouldn't be Maury Povich show. It shouldn't be no show who's the father. That should be determined. What it costs? $250? Hell, they charge you $10,000 for a doggone birth. You might as well put in the law that a father has to have a DNA test when that baby born. That eliminate all these problems. Period. Make that nigga responsible.
But they ain't been the father. They weren't the father. And they paid all that child support.
Don't make no sense.
Oh shit!
You want to make a law? Make that a law. I bet you niggas is we pulling out and everything else on that. Shoot.
Something like that be enforced.
Huh?
I don't know.
How would something like that be enforced?
That the father had to take the DNA test?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the mama can't put his name on that birth certificate unless he has that test taken. Other than that, it's gonna be unknown.
We got some weird family court laws, and they vary state to state. So
that's another show
like
too.
Said,
family court. Oh my God.
So like they vary state to state, and like you said, that we'll visit that on another thing.
Yeah.
Are there any old laws that you think, Yvonne, like that were good back then that like can protect things now, or we don't need any of them old laws and we progressing? So
not that I can think of off the top of my head. You know, just some stuff that needs to not be amended, you know, stuff that we got to vote on, like, you know, Black people's freedom.
The 13th Amendment.
Yeah, you know, so it's some things that it's some protections that we have in place that need to be fully realized and actualized. Like people need to really understand the protections that are already in place, like the 14th Amendment. That's a lot of protection, but most people only focus on the you know, the basic ones. What's that? Like the 13th Amendment, and then, you know, our civil rights. But the 14th Amendment does allow for a lot of protections.
Wow.
Okay. Now something that I probably will reinstate is it used to be this act called Glass-Steagall. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it got repealed under Bill Clinton. And then what it did was separate the way we finance mortgages and stuff and investment banks there used to be a difference between investment banks and commercial banks. So the issue now is once they allow that, move that line that separated the two, it's what probably led to the financial crisis, because they can play with commercial bank money differently, and they don't have these different rules in place to do things. Okay, Renita's back, and like that, it's like a couple of old good things I can think of, but I don't know. Let me get into the ranking segment. But yeah, that's one. I'm trying to think of another one. I can't remember this other law that was repealed. Like, I don't know, the Republicans do a real good job of tearing some stuff down, and the Democrats do a good job of tearing other stuff down that was actually good. And sometimes and some stuff does need tearing down. So it's I don't know, nostalgia is a really interesting emotional feeling to judge things by. So let's rank it though. Let's rank these. I think I wrote 6. Let me read them. We'll do you first, Yvonne. We need to get back situated.
I'm back.
These 6, whatever. Weather forecast, radio, television, internet, automobiles, and mobile phones, smartphones. Rank these technological advances. So, like, do you think the weather, just rank them? I don't even have to explain that. Weather forecast, radio, television, internet, automobiles, and mobile phones.
Like, rank them.
And however you want to rank them, like which one is most important to today's? Like, do you think? Like, cause this is my argument against people that get too nostalgic sometimes. It's like, I don't know, man. We used to couldn't know what the weather was, you know. Then we start hearing stuff on the radio. Then the television came. Then the internet. You know, we had cars to move stuff around. You know, to get rid of horses and smartphones now. So we got the world in our palm. So I don't know.
Nostalgic. I get nostalgic when I think about how simple life was before cell phones.
Okay, go ahead. So you can rank them in as far as how much you hate them then. Go however you want to go with it.
But then I understand too the benefit of a cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's just because of, you know, our human nature, you know, and the ability to see our humanity in individuals. And so, you know, having a cell phone became necessary for us to, you know, record some injustices that happened, you know, to us personally and what happens to other people. So I don't know, it's like all of the technological advances that we've had, you know, they've been good and bad. It's simply because, you know, the technology as we advance, it kind of makes us just disconnect socially from one another. And that's the danger of it, you know, because we got folks running up on stage, you know, thinking that they can, you know, attack people.
Yeah, shout out to Dave Chappelle's bodyguards. I didn't know arms could go that way.
I did not know either.
That was crazy.
So I don't know. It would be kind of hard for me to. It would be kind of hard for me to rank this, honestly. Because I'm even thinking about going back to horses because damn gas so high.
Yeah,
wait till you find out how much it costs.
If you knew how much it costs to maintain a horse, you appreciate gas prices.
Well, appreciate gas prices. Well, I'm appreciate a bicycle then, you know.
Okay, that makes more sense because horses are not cheap.
You know,
there you go.
Getting around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Don't they eat grass?
They eat hay. They got a special feed. They got to get shots.
Yeah, so they set them off in some of these neighborhoods. The people that don't want to mow their grass.
They got to be stalled. They got to be shoed. It's they gotta be protected from other animals from killing them. It's it's more to it than you think. So
Have to be
it's-
horses are have to be tamed.
yeah, then you got to break them. You got to keep them broken. It's almost like a human. They're living. It's like kind of maintaining a slave.
Okay.
What is it, like a slave?
Pets
You
are
gotta break them.
kind of slaves, but like me and Quantis argue about this all the time because he don't believe animals have souls. He's just like
You don't believe what?
Animals have souls. He think they got like living toys. That's what he call them.
I do. So I'm gonna go with the bicycle, which you don't have on here for my.
That's what. No. You could be like, could you imagine not knowing what the weather is? Like not knowing to put on boots that day.
Yeah, I mean, I live in Chicago. I mean,
I don't know why you want to know.
It ain't right.
The weather people be messing up, man.
right.
But for the most, the radar could get kind of close to it, so you got some kind of idea. It's
I
like,
guess some idea that it's gonna rain or we're gonna have a tornado or hurricane. So
yeah,
I mean,
like a hurricane coming to Florida, so let's get the hell up out of here. Like like you can see it coming ahead of time. So it's
Yeah, weather's important. That's important.
yeah.
I think that's probably one of the best advances is weather forecasting. Radio might be one of the least relevant. I love the internet. That might be the most important to me. I take that back. The internet is something else.
Yeah.
But the
It made
internet
everybody
is-
real close, didn't it?
It make things easier.
It does. You don't even have to buy a newspaper now.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Couldn't even do this right now. So this is
That part.
yeah. I like the internet. I think it's a good invention. I think people abuse it. So it gets. I don't even know how you address the issues with the internet. It's the anonymous people that make the internet bad. It's like put a face to it. That's all. That's all I want you to do. Put a face to it. You got something. You got something to say. Put a face to it, because you won't say that in my face.
Don't hide.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, don't hide. Just put a face to it. I say everything with my face on it. I don't got nothing to hide.
The internet's not that big of a problem. You don't like it. You don't watch it. You don't. The only problem with the internet is like viruses. Other than that, it's just life extended into another realm. I felt that it brought people closer together, even during the COVID. There's cousins and friends that I've had connection with that if we go back in time, that would not have happened. I used to have to write letters and stuff like that. So I embrace the technology. I think it's better. I think we need to have a balance with it. What I don't like about cell phones is when you coming into a physical gathering, put the freaking phone down, man. If I take Yvonne on a date and she on her phone, I'm gonna be pissed off because that's supposed to be our time together.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a downfall of the phones, having all that technology.
And you know what I'm sick of too, Dad? Fake emergencies. Everything in the fucking emergency, man. Leave me alone.
A fake emergency. What is that?
Fake ass shit, man. You do not got the right to intrude in my life all damn day long.
I just looked at a beeper company. I'm finna get a pager. I didn't realize they still had them out. Guess what? The pager cannot be tracked. The pager, it can't invade your privacy. I'll call you when I want to.
It's literally an invasion of privacy, man. And like,
Yes.
and a lot of people get mad at me because I for the most part, I keep my ringer off. And my phone is not, I turn my phone off and put on do not disturb a lot. So like people be getting mad at me because I'll get back I give like a 48-hour rule. I'll get back at you. Like, just leave me the fuck alone. Because once I started doing that, I can decompress. Like, I don't want to be like beholden to this phone and I gotta just like, like I don't like being like that. Just give me time. I ain't, if I'm with a woman, I'm not cheating on you or nothing. I'm just like, I'm chilling.
It's not a right. Calling is not. It's a phone conversation. It's not a right.
Yeah,
it's
people get mad at you for not answering the fucking phone.
Why you ain't answering your phone?
Like, nigga,
Because I didn't want to.
they say that shit 2 hours later if you call them back in 2 hours. I'm like, nigga, it's only been 2 hours. What the fuck is you talking about? I was fucking working.
You're not allowed to do that.
You're not allowed to work no more. This shit's sick. Shit. So it is some goodness in the nostalgia of not being fucking interrupted. Like you used to get some. And I like it. I like the ability to turn my shit off. Like I turn my shit off and do not answer sometimes.
It was 5 of us in the house and we had one phone.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Matter of fact, when y'all was growing up on 103rd,
7.
we didn't even have no phone. We went across the street to use the
Payphone.
payphone.
Oh, it wasn't just 7 of
Yeah.
us. Quantis didn't tell you. He used to move homeless people in the house with us.
That's
Yeah.
love.
I always did that.
That's love.
Could have got
That's
raped.
love.
I
That's
always
love.
did that.
He just dude coming out the street with a basket. He just put him in the basement and shit. But
Him and his basket full of bed bugs.
mm-hmm.
No,
That's
the
good.
bed bug wasn't popular back then. I don't want to say where that came from because I don't want to be labeled a racist.
Mexico.
It ain't just that either. You got to remember, it's European immigrants too, man.
Yeah.
You know, that
Oh my
stuff.
goodness. You gonna
That
call
stuff didn't come from. They don't come from us. Now,
Us.
the only thing I remember in the hood was roaches and mice. Those kind of. I do remember roaches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember we went down south, and when we came back, you know how the down south cousins pitted against the city cousins. One of the down south cousins said, "Y'all brought roaches," and then the city cousin said, "But y'all taught them how to fly."
Silly.
Yeah, roaches, man. Roaches used to. Woo, man. Woo. That's why I never liked apartment buildings because you could clean.
One roach,
You could clean your pad up all you want to, and
That's something else technology has made obsolete. Like, if you still got roaches to this day, so you just not buying the right shit. They got shit in the store, get rid of them so easy. They put birth control in the roaches. They better at the roaches don't got the right to choose at all. Them motherfuckers got to die, nigga. Like, for real. Like,
they got a burger.
yeah, that's the shit you buy. You get a roach's birth control. They can't reproduce. It kills them.
man, it's 2 things I know how to get rid of real fast: roaches and rodents.
Really?
Oh yeah.
All it take less than $100. It don't even take that much.
Oh yeah. One weekend I could get rid of all roaches and all rodents.
You know what? I don't have a roach problem, but I would like for the raccoon to stop going through my garbage.
Throw some poison in there.
Oh, I can't kill them. They're
Yes,
getting
who?
me.
Who know you killed them? Who told you? Who know you did it?
That's your garbage, man. Put some poison in them.
Yeah, put some poison in the garbage.
He know we can't shoot at him or nothing. He come through here like a boss. I opened my door. He was sitting on my porch one day eating
Man,
garbage.
you ain't supposed to kill squirrels. That bitch ass motherfucker kept coming in my attic.
The first thing that I do, if I know that the house got rodents, I'm going in the backyard and I'm putting poison all around the house, all around the perimeter of the house.
Okay.
That stops them niggas from coming in. Now I'm finna kill the ones inside the house. People they always put traps inside house, but they never do that to the outside. You gotta kill them outside.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. Now, guess what? You're gonna have some casual damage.
Casualties of war.
Because some of the squirrels gonna die. I done killed a couple of these rabbits. I done found some rabbits dead. Hey, you shouldn't have been messing around.
Why is this so funny? This is so funny.
It'd be like that, man. But we running out of time, y'all. No.
That's good. I'll
That's
get rid
hilarious.
of the rodents. If somebody listening now, you got rodents, call me.
We're running out of time, and I gotta pee. I'm gonna let Yvonne do Art of Black Psychology. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
He hurry up and ran to the bathroom.
Art
We
of
gotta
Black
get him a
Psychology,
capsule.
Yvonne. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay, so wrapping it up, right? Nostalgia for me, it's okay to visit and to think about, you know, what could have been, what used to be, but you don't want to be there. You don't want to stay there, because you can get stuck. You know, I know it's happened to me on more than one occasion when you just hoping and wishing that something is just gonna be the same, and it's not. You know, every experience that you have with someone, once you experience it and you go back, it's different. And at least it's supposed to be, because there's supposed to be some growth. So that's my piece on nostalgia. Y'all come and check me out at Art of Black Psychology on Facebook. There's a social networking event happening May 20th after work from 5 to 8. Please come and network with us and find out what we'll be doing in the community. Because I am so excited for what's coming for our community over the summer as we try to reduce violence.
I'm good at reducing violence. I'm damn near, for real. You know how
reducing, what are you eating? She reducing something.
No, I'm so good at reducing
It
violence.
look like spaghetti.
I be seeing niggas with guns all the time. I be like, yo, man, put that shit up. They be like,
You tell
And
me
I'm glad you say something, Mally. I'm glad you say something.
I seen niggas shooting guns. I tell them stop doing that. But like, it's not that difficult. A lot of people, y'all need to realize, all the people shooting the guns are just as human as you. Just talk to them. They're little kids. Half of them are teenagers, and they just like need some guidance. Please get these kids some guidance. These kids need some guidance. Some of them are crazy and probably need to go to jail, but like most of them are just lost kids that need guidance. Right.
I need some guidance.
No comedic relief, Renita?
Man, we had so many topics before we got on. Ugh.
Oh, no, do not bring that shit up.
You know I got ADD. Right, you know I got ADD. I was like all over the place.
We're gonna have to do a real special episode for that topic, and then like
and they gotta be ready for it because I'm going hard.
I don't care, but like we would try to omit names and stuff, but like
we can omit names. Exhibit A, B, and C.
Yeah, that's totally fine. But like we'll work on doing that in a meaningful way, because that's like a strong topic. It's not
that one might go viral.
I've been wanting to do that topic for like over 2 years now, but like we did a test run of that topic like behind the scenes with me, Kaz, and Quantis, and it didn't go well. It wasn't received.
It wasn't because of us.
It was Kaz, yeah. But like it wasn't received correctly, and I was like, maybe I had to approach this one different, because I was going to do that topic, but I was like, I have to really, because it's way too serious of a topic. It's too common. It affects too many people.
A lot of people.
And it has to be addressed the right way. Otherwise, you know, we do shit funny and laugh at shit, but like we do try to have some meaning in it. So it can't just come off as entertainment. That's not entertaining.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not. That's why I said I'm gonna go on my page. They gonna eat me alive, but I'm doing it. I think I'm gonna do it tonight, man.
Okay.
Just take a break. We gotta work that one out the right way. That one's gonna take a little work. That's all I'm saying. That one's gonna take a little work, because it's like so many over the years. Me at 19, 20 would maybe think of this differently, but now that I'm gonna be 34 on Wednesday, like it's like I approach things differently. So I would approach that one differently. So
yeah, when I look at nostalgia, man, I'm glad, like Bonnie said, it's cool to think about the past, but it's nice to have that growth.
Yeah.
It really is. And I think I've grown a lot, believe it or not. The old me would have japped out and hurry up and said something because we live and you couldn't have cut it.
No, I don't care. I'm actually protecting you. It doesn't bother me, but like, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. Thank you.
You know, it is what it is. Whatever come out. I ain't gonna take back nothing. I don't care. I don't censor people, but
I love it.
You know, I just try to do things in a funny yet respectful fashion. So
in a fun, respectful way.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna address it. We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm totally with you. I'm with you.
You in for it, Vaughn?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. That.
Yeah, well, nostalgia. This is a guy that reminded me of some old school things, and he passed. His name's Kevin Samuels.
R.I.P.
So, interested in the way he left this world.
I'm
Yes,
trying
well.
not to laugh, but yet I'm still trying to make myself
R.I.P.
feel.
to the lady from the West Coast music. I can't think of her name.
Yeah, he left doing his thing, you know.
So I heard that he had a heart problem.
Well,
So he
got the same problem that a lot of older men have that
He
think
probably had to take something.
that
and you
think
can't
they
take
can
certain
use
things.
substance to
make it work.
help them out in pleasing some young chick, and
Yeah, I
that's
bet
how
it's-
it happened.
Hey, Quantis, I bet it's hard as fuck now.
Yeah, well,
Grr.
that probably scared the hell out the girl.
More than anything.
That's gonna stain her for life.
More than anything.
No, shit, these young girls be riding that bag like, I got that killer pussy. I'm taking niggas down. You don't want no
I'm the woman that took out Kevin Samuels, the woman hater.
you don't think Viagra got her t-shirt waiting?
I know.
Yeah, but the guy's got to be watching it, because if you on any kind of blood pressure medication or heart medication, you got no business taking Viagra at all. Period. Plus, he was drinking a lot of those
Red Bull.
Red Bulls. That's another one. The Red Bull alone will kill your butt.
Yeah, that makes your heart race. Why would he use
Yeah.
that much stamina?
I had drank 2 of them rock stars in a row and almost killed myself, man.
No,
I said,
he
"Oh,
was
no."
literally a high value man. One of them high value men. Higher than a motherfucker, high value.
I can't stand
Oh, all right. Y'all can't come on, but stop messing with the Godfather.
it. Whatever. Rest in
The
peace to him.
Godfather, man.
Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels.
James
Rest in
Brown.
peace, my brother.
Rest in peace to the what's the woman that died that did the songs? She just died. Rest in peace to her too. I can't think of her name. She used to sing on the vocals on the Death Row songs. But
What? We supposed to remember that.
I can't think of it. Death Row. Death Row is the label with Tupac in it. But rest in peace to her. Rest in peace to Kevin. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. You too.
Oh yeah, happy
Lovely
Mother's
ladies.
Day
What y'all got planned?
y'all mamas.
Nothing. I don't have
Anything
anything
planned. It's Mother's Day is every day. I'm a mother every day.
You got 6 whole kids. I'm pretty sure they got something scheduled.
Mother's Day is every day. So
They gonna cook
I
or
have
something?
nothing planned, and it's
She can't
starting to
plan nothing. She the
bothering
mama.
it's starting to bother my capitalist hate that they've taken a holiday, taken mothers and commodified this into something that it shouldn't be. So
Okay.
So you don't celebrate it?
not anymore. No, I don't.
I don't technically celebrate any holidays, but it's
Yeah.
okay to acknowledge mothers on Mother's Day, fathers on
Oh,
Father's Day.
I'm gonna start saying Happy Mother's Day every day after Mother's Day.
I don't really
every day
care
I'm
for
saying.
Thanksgiving and Christmas, but I'm gonna go chill with all my family.
Yeah.
You gotta look at it that way.
Because I have daughters and stuff that are mothers, I acknowledge them with a text or a card or something. But I don't really celebrate Mother's Day, especially my mother ain't here. So,
R.I.P. to Marjorie Constance Brown
mom.
Gibson. Okay.
that was the coolest mom, my only mom.
No, I think my mom's cooler than yours. But
Damn, it's cool.
Oh, so
Damn, it's cool.
she's
Man,
nice.
yeah, so I'm looking forward to Drew going to the Dollar Tree, breaking a 10 and getting me something.
You stupid.
He will. He might get the cool gift.
hey, it's the
I don't know how he finds
$1.25 tree now. It's not the $1
Right.
tree no more.
I don't
$1.25.
know how he finds he gets the cool gift.
Tons of fun is coming on right now. Tons of fun is coming on right now. Tons of fun
What day is this Quantis for my friend?
Oh, let me stop the live. What are you eating?
Oh,
Who?
never mind.